This is Gaming with Austin, and today we are on episode 64 of Pyramid City. What I'm doing right now . What I'm doing right now is still, and over the course of 2 months I thought this wouldn't have been possible, but it is. A lot easier than you think. Once Pyramid City has concluded, I might think about making another city building series in Minecraft. Because I know there are some diehard fans of my content, like a Wild Hunter. I'm almost as high up as the Fury 325 over at Carowinds in-game. Because the Fury 325 is about 99 meters high. It's about 99 meters high. It's about 99 meters high. Which is extremely high. Like, yes, I'm a little, about as high up, if not a little higher than that of the Leviathan over at Canada's Wonderland. One of the most well-known frequenters of Disney World is George Fisher, aka Corpse Grinder. Or George's neck. Get it? Because his neck is massive. Not even Homer Simpson can strangle that guy. Yeah, not even Homer Simpson can strangle him. Because his neck is huge. He's got a gigantic neck. Not even Homer Simpson can strangle him. Yes, I like to joke about Corpse Grinder's thick neck. Not even Homer Simpson can strangle him. There's this heavy metal cruise called 70,000 Tons of Metal. That's the actual name of it. I commented on one of their photos with George Fisher, joking about how Homer Simpson cannot strangle his neck. Seriously, look at his neck. It's huge. Look at the size of his neck. Look at the size of his neck. I like to joke about Corpse Grinder's thick neck. Look at the size of his neck. Yes, there are jokes about Corpse Grinder's thick neck. The biggest neck... Oh. And Corpse Grinder's neck is actually... what I believe is the biggest neck I've seen in person. His neck is huge. His neck is what helps keep his band popular. Because he didn't sell his soul to the devil, he sold his neck to the devil. He wouldn't even think about selling his soul to the devil. He'd rather sell his neck. There are memes like that on the internet. There was one of those memes that was actually posted by Corpse Grinder himself. Like, saying, for those of you who spend your time alone, I've got you. And the picture said, was a meme of Corpse Grinder. It said, no Valentine this year? Maybe next year. That was actually posted by Corpse Grinder. That thick neck. The man with a very thick neck. Before there was Charles Dion McDowell, the neck jokes were mostly about Corpse Grinder. Then when the mugshot went viral, that's when things started getting fired up with the neck jokes. Things got fired up with the neck jokes. Things actually got fired up when it goes to the neck jokes. Things got fired up with the neck jokes. There are those neck jokes around Corpse Grinder. Because what helped make him popular? His neck. His neck made him popular. People make neck jokes about that guy. Yeah, the lead singer of Cannibal Corpse. Because his neck is huge. It's kind of funny when his neck is huge. If it wasn't for his huge neck, Cannibal Corpse wouldn't exist today if it wasn't for Corpse Grinder's neck. Death metal is about violent lyrics that talk about stuff related to death, and huge necks. Corpse Grinder is what keeps Cannibal Corpse up to his neck in popularity. Yeah. It's what keeps Corpse Grinder keeps Cannibal Corpse up to his neck. Just like how Charles Dion McDowell was up to his neck in charges when he got arrested. when he got arrested for drug trafficking, he was up to his neck. Yes, I like to joke about I like to make jokes about guys with big necks. It's actually really funny when people joke about giant necks like that. George Fisher's neck is huge. The only thing that keeps Cannibal Corpse popular is his neck. Sometime in the future, I might think about getting a neck like Corpse Grinder's. Every picture of Corpse Grinder you see is a throatograph. My mom's not the only one that knew about the mugshot of the guy that went viral because of his neck. Even my dad knew about it too. Even though they're not married to each other anymore. Yes, I like to joke about gigantic necks. Cannibal Corpse is up to their necks in popularity mainly because of George Fisher. How? His neck is huge. His neck is probably what gives him a lot of attention in the heavy metal community. Because look at the size of his neck. He's got a giant neck. Not even Homer Simpson can strangle him. Look at the size of his neck. Corpse Grinder, the hallmark of death metal is Corpse Grinder's thick neck. It's Corpse Grinder's giant neck. My neck has gotten bigger and bigger. It's only going to keep getting bigger if I keep lifting weights. One thing Charles Dion McDowell and Corpse Grinder have in common is that their neck, they're basically thumbs with lips. A thumb with lips. That's actually pretty funny. Because Corpse Grinder's neck is very big. he'd have to cut off all the collars on his shirts just so they could fit him. Just for his shirts to fit, he has to cut off the collars. He has to remove the collar from his shirts just so they could fit. That's how big his neck is. What makes Metalhead... How do a lot of Metalheads know about George Fisher? His neck is huge. His neck is really big. He's got a really big neck. His neck is gargantuan. When it goes to the size of his neck, he's got a gargantuan neck. People like to make jokes about his neck. I'd like to get a gargantuan neck too. Corpse Grinder is basically a thumb with lips, which is actually pretty funny, because his neck makes him look like one of those thumbs from Spy Kids. Which is actually pretty funny. Considering that his Corpse Grinder's neck is wider than the base of his head. The base of his neck is wider than his head. It's actually pretty funny, considering that his neck is huge. Considering his neck is huge, people like to make jokes about his neck. Not even Homer Simpson can strangle him. 'Cause look at the size of his neck! What Corpse Grinder is, he is a thumb with lips. He's a thumb with lips, basically. He is a thumb with lips. size of his neck. His thick neck is probably what keeps Cannibal Corpse going for years to come. Because he's got a thick neck. Look at the size of his neck. It's kind of funny that his neck is huge. The main part of... Fire up inventory? Now, to start planting concrete. The truth is, our bodies are not designed to maintain a constant caloric intake, because our metabolisms tend to change throughout the day. An external temperature, like the outside temperature, has an effect on your metabolism. The colder it is, the more you need to eat so your body could stay warm. Because warm-blooded animals need to eat more in the winter. You know, it's not just obesity that creates a breeding ground for poor self-esteem. It's not just overweight people that are more likely to be body-shamed. Smokers are also more likely to be body-shamed too. Those who deliberately neglect their health are more likely to be body-shamed. Because I was in fact body-shamed by my dad for being extremely lean. when winter comes along, in nature, mammals, their body end up slowing down. Even the involuntary functions start to slow down too. Like the heart. Digestion begins to slow down. Because their bodies are trying to conserve as much energy as possible. Some animals do it to prepare for hibernation. Telling your child no when it goes to sweets will only cause it to fail. Because in nature, because children are naturally inclined towards consuming sweets. They're hardwired from birth, believe it or not. Because if you give an infant vegetables to eat and they try to eat it, they're gonna spit it out. Because they think it's poison. That's how nature works. If it's poisonous, don't eat it. That was the only way how we survived through the Stone Age. If it tasted like shit, don't consume it. Because chances are, it would have been poisonous. It would have been considered poison. That's before we had the FDA. That's before we had the FDA. Sometimes we'll still use our instincts to know if something's safe to eat or not. Anyways, this should be it for this video. Don't forget to leave a like if you liked this video. Dislike if you disliked it. Subscribe for more. Don't forget to share this with your friends on social media. And as always, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. Don't forget to follow me on social media for more content like this. And as always, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. And choose.